What's up, guys? Dr. Beau here, the place where I answer your health-related questions 5 days a week. Let's jump in. How can I help you today? Have you guys seen one of these new gadgets and toys? Look at that thing. It's moving right there. Anyway, thought I'd take it and show you guys today, as I have a great topic that you can actually use this thing on, having to do with your body. So today's question is this. I had a patient come in and she said, "Hey, Dr. Beau, thank you so much for making the videos." I said, "Janice, you're amazing. Thank you. How can I help?" And she said, "Will you please make a video having to do with what I've got going on? Because I know that there's other people that are dealing with the exact same thing." So the thing that she has been asking me, and the thing that I want to share with you guys today, is this. She says, "Dr. Beau, when I'm laying in bed at night, I often get tingling sensations that go down the outside portion of my leg. What is it? What can I do about it?" Now, Janice, I know we talked about this in office, and I want to again share with you here, as well as anybody else that's watching this. Typically, the reason that the tingling sensation is being felt, and the reason that you may be experiencing pain down the outside portion of your leg, has to do with torsion or distortion on something called your iliotibial band tract. Now, for those of you guys who don't know what your IT band is, I'm going to show you. I'm going to actually pull up a image here on an app called 3D4 Medical, and let me show you guys here. This is a tract, sorry, you can see my light here as well, that goes on the outside portion of the leg. So this is one leg here. This would be a left, and this is the IT band in the yellow. Matter of fact, I also have it here. This will get a little gruesome, so if you guys don't want to see what a cadaver looks like, look away now. But you know, in chiropractic college, they give us these like color atlases of anatomy, and like literally you have to know every single thing that is in this book. So it's all highlighted of stuff that I've studied. But let me show you. So this right here, and man, do I feel like a third grade teacher right now. This student, so this right here on the outside portion in white, that is the iliotibial band. And as you can see over here, it inserts right above the top of the femur, and it goes all the way down and inserts on the lateral portion of a bone called your fibular head, so on the outside portion. So basically, what does it mean? It means that it starts at the top of your hip and it runs on the outside portion of your leg just below the knee. Now, anytime that you have rotation happening in the pelvis, meaning the actual pelvis is rotated out of position, or the quadricep muscles are unequally balanced, meaning you have certain quadricep muscles that are pulling unequally, that iliotibial band, like we talked about, will tend to get pulled, and it'll actually tend to get distorted. So think of it like, and I'm going to show you right now, I have a shirt here. This is a normal iliotibial band, but if your hip is out of alignment, it's going to start to distort it. And if your knee is going up and down a million times, like we see this a lot with runners, we see this a lot with cyclists, we see this with a lot with our triathletes or our track athletes, where they're putting lots of miles in, or they're putting a lot of ground time in, you know, on the ground running. This IT band, which is supposed to be pretty loose, if your quadriceps are here, it tends to get twisted, and then the lower portion here that's on the knee actually will usually externally rotate, and then the person says, "Beau, I'm experiencing pain wherever that twist is the highest, on the outside portion of the leg right there." Now, a couple of things that you need to do about it, and this is why I have the Hypervolt today. A couple of things. First off, if you are not seeing a chiropractor, please, for the love of God, get yourself to a sports chiropractor. Just get yourself to a chiropractor, period. Why? Because they'll be able to, number one, assess the integrity of your hip, of your ilium. Are they rotating appropriately? Because if one's stuck, then guess what has to happen? The muscles below have to compensate. The IT band's going to have to twist and distort. So your chiropractor will be able to assess you and either adjust you, and or he'll be able to assess the integrity of the actual ilium or your hips. Now, the second thing is they also have them check your knee. A lot of time with a lot of these sports, like running and cyclists, our knees are either locked in or we're running on uneven surfaces, and we get a lot of tibial rotation and fibular head rotation, which causes our knees to distort. And again, the IT band takes the brunt of the force. Now, I want to talk about one thing that you right now can start doing at home. Now, I showed you this image here of the quadricep and how really it sits on the outside portion of the quadricep there. Well, if the muscles of the quadricep, and like we talked about, there are 4 muscles here in the quadricep, if those muscles are unevenly balanced, the IT band will be twisted and rotated as well. So make sure, first off, that you're stretching your quadriceps really, really good. Now, there's a couple ways that you can do it. You can do the one where, stand up, bring your leg behind to your butt type of thing and stretch it. Or you can take a tool like I've got here and you can actually self-massage. So this is a trigger point therapy ball, but a tennis ball works, a lacrosse ball. Simply take it, put it in your hand, put it over the front of your quad, put it on the side of the IT band and do a bunch of circles. You want to try to manipulate that fascia, that tissue, to loosen it up. Now, that's one way to do it, but also this guy right here is amazing. And like I showed you earlier, I mean, the speed on this, and this is low, by the way. This is incredible speed. So this is a hypervolt. These are about $350. This is probably one of my best go-to recovery tools that I use in the office and personally at home. But the idea is that you want to go in there and create friction over the IT band so you can start to stretch it and manipulate it a little bit. Now, let me tell you about this one more as well. The IT band is not a muscle. It is literally a band of fascia. So what that means is it's really controlled by what's above and below it. So you got to make sure that your hip is in good alignment, your knee is in good alignment, and then you're stretching all the quadricep muscles as well. And then last little tip about IT band syndrome is this, is fascia literally sits above the muscle. And the only thing that sits in between is actually fluid. And if your body's dehydrated, fascia tends to become quote unquote sticky, and then it grabs onto the muscles and it distorts it even more. So make sure that you're hydrating yourself. All right, so let's recap everything as far as what we've got going on here. First off, this is called Iliotibial Band Syndrome. It's located on the outside portion of the leg. It's caused by distortion that is happening between the hip and the lower portion of the knee, usually due to overuse, having to do with cycling or running or a million other activities that are out there. The way that we get around that or we work with it is by adjusting the hip, the lower leg, stretching the quadriceps, then using tools like a ball or a hypervolt or a foam roller to help loosen up the actual tissue, the muscles, the fascia, the tissue, and making sure your body is hydrated. All right, Janice, I hope that helps to answer your question today. Guys, I love doing Q&A like this, so thank you so very much for all of you guys that are sending me messages and DMs and YouTube videos and Instagram. I love it. I'm totally in, and I hope you guys find a lot of value as well with this. And then last thing, if you are a local person here on the Central Coast of California, that's where I am at. That's where my practice is at. We would love to help you out here. If not, please just throw a comment down below, throw a like, a share. We love it. We want many, many people to see these videos. All right, have a great day, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.